Morning, everybody. Good evening, good night, good morning, everywhere. Hey, well, today was an interesting show. We had some fun in the sun, and we also got some music in tribute for homeless Mike, who unfortunately passed away apparently on Saturday. It seems kind of interesting that Amy Winehouse's album should happen to show up. Almost like the spirit of Amy Winehouse is trying to say, I want this guy to get to listen to my music. I want him to know that I understand to go through what he went through. Apparently, she had suffered similar in a lot of areas that he had. So that was interesting enough of a record. Then we had this one here, which was played by the Ramones. This was the second record. And we started to set off with the Cat Stevens, Oh Very Young, that's for this one. And Can't Keep It In. Every time I think of that song, I keep thinking of someone blowing a seriously loud fart for some reason. Trust me, I know what it's like when you gotta take a good serious shit for yourself when you're in the middle. And you can't, and all of a sudden hear yourself going. Well, anyway, so I'm just having one of the two wine bottles that are left here. I'll probably have the other one too. And there's all the sights you see in hotel room bars. Those old cash bars, yeah. It's like those old cash bar wine. Usually I think bottles of this, I think of whiskey or something. It's not. It's white sipping wine. Please don't drink unless you're an adult, okay? Yeah, so it was just kind of a sad thing that happened. Homeless Mike. But you know, the street life is a hard life. It's definitely not a life of where you're gonna win anything out of it. There's no consolation prize. There's no. It's just hard. Why did he buy those small bottles? Good question. You're probably right. Maybe he thought that this would be easier for me than having to worry about grabbing the big wine bottles. So, that's why I bought the Franzia and the big box. Oh, that's going to probably last us pretty much for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Yule, New Year's. Maybe Martin Luther King's Day. I mean, the box that I had left behind, I didn't touch it for months and it was still good. So I finally killed off that, but that was a red wine. So what else you gonna say? You know. So the thing is, we're gonna upload this video later on to YouTube. Obviously, you can't upload the part with the music for obvious reasons. That doesn't mean that we can't upload this part. Yeah, we'll upload this part. By the way, I did find those Amazon tinnitus pills were actually payable on my plan there. The Nation's Card plan worked with Amazon, and I was able to get the tinnitus medication 4-month supply for zero cost to me. So I didn't have to pay anything for that. I needed some hearing aid batteries. I said, oh, what the hell? I put them on there too. I got all of the money because Philip Pretzel Store sent me between multiple payments and PayPal $70 U.S. Thank you, Philip Pretzel Store. So now now that so when Noodles comes up, I go ahead and I give him his gas money, and I hope he can break a 20, because I'll just go to the ATM, or when he comes over, he can give me his PayPal information, and I can directly deposit $30 U.S. into his PayPal for him. Yeah, so on Monday, which is tomorrow, I will go ahead and order the shelf. Also coming up is a project on the 22nd, which is Tuesday, by the way. Oh, yeah! We should be paid by YouTube $169 and change. Oh, yeah! That means that we could pay $100 towards the credit card bill for Ally, and $50, or then the other $69 they're going to use to fix up Krista's turntable and get it ready to go so she can play her own record collection. Oh, yeah! Yes, that sounds about right. $55. And so that's going to be a great step. And then an existing shelf, maybe I can try to fix it somehow. It certainly needs to be washed. Yeah, it is kind of dirty. Much appreciated. Pillar Pizza Star. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much. We have 11 viewers on here right now. We started out a little slow, but now we have 11 viewers on here right now. Oh, yeah! I want to give you guys all a thank you. Give yourself a pat on the back for being part of the show. But we only have 47 followers. So you know what that means. We need 75 people. We're 18 short. Oh, no! So, we need more of you to follow. Absolutely. Oh, yeah! By the way, Blazing Leo has been on Kick as well. I didn't have plan to have a panel open, but maybe I could just ask her in chat, text chat, is how are you doing on Kick yourself? Is there anything about Kick that you like? Anything about Kick you don't like? Is there things you would like to see improved? No, it's not a hard goal at all. Just like it would be very easy, if we can get 3 consecutive viewers on Twitch for every morning show on Twitch, then Twitch can also become an affiliate. Right. In Restream, as you will notice, their studio and Restream allows you, it works just like StreamYards, because studio.restream.io has licensed the StreamYards code for its own application. Therefore, it's very simple to utilize the program if you're familiar with StreamYards. So do I. So do we. Big time.
Oh, yeah!
Who wants to be on a show where you can't talk about stuff that somebody finds offensive? And therefore, they basically kill your content because you have nothing to cover.
Oh, yeah!
Who wants to be on a show or if you even play one song, they tell you to shut the fuck up?
Oh, yeah!
Who wants to sit there on a show where you play one song, just one piece of a song, just 1/16th of a song, 1/32nd of a song, then they take all of your revenue at the same time?
Oh, yeah!
Now you tell me, do you think that's fair? No, I don't think so. That's why we do it here, because Michelle and I know we can get away with it. Will we get away with it? Because Kick is not located in the United States of America. That's why we can get away with it. I'll have to admit, though, that with Twitch, it's just as crazy as YouTube. What's the commonality between Twitch and YouTube? They both distribute their own music collections. Twitch, even more so than YouTube, has gone so far to the left that sanity is just not in their vocabulary anymore. Unfortunately, as Leo said, there are trolls on Kick. And there's drama on Kick. But you don't necessarily need to get stuck in that either.
Oh, yeah!
So stay out of the harm's way and stay out of those people's eyesight. Yeah, absolutely. This is what makes this channel show up. And this is so special is that we do have this pleasure. I could totally basically strip down buck naked on Kick and nobody would care. You know that? Oh, they might want you to set for 18 plus. Yeah, that's no problem. Try to do that on YouTube and set at 18 plus. The next thing you know, you've been banned for the showing of naked body parts. Get out! Get out! Don't show your big fat boobs on my camera anymore. Kick Slick. Yeah, well, you only mentioned it's 18 plus. I guess it's good enough. Yeah. I know that. And it means they got great end movies. You know, we never did finish playing the rest of the Carmen Miranda album. Well, we can certainly try to get some of that in. in a couple of days from now. I do want to get the Brazilian Bombshell album as well. And I do have plans to get a few more records of my own. This is money that's separate from the shelf money. And last thing I gotta do is I gotta get Krista's turntable fixed so she can at least play some records herself. The original turntable cartridge is kaput. So I was looking to see what would fit in there. And it looks like the Piffin Steel P192D will fit perfectly fine. But she doesn't need 78 RPM. What I was thinking was, why don't I put in a Crossley type turntable cartridge? Well, that's a little bit of a challenge. But I do got another DX77 cartridge, which consists of two LP styluses. On the flip over cartridge, they'll fit in a P192. And then I could take the stylus that P192 came with, take that out, put that into the package, so that we can use the other stylus from my existing cartridge on my turntable that can play 78s. It's still brand new, and Krista will never have a problem with it. I mean, that's not uncommon with most games. No, all games are like that. Imagine when Michelle was trying to play Turtle Wow earlier on her 2009 Mac Pro on their line. I wonder if they were playing the game on White's Infidel. My computer was sure kind of drunk. So, anyway. So yes, good games do take a lot of resources. Now, I don't want to get too much into the games, but I will cover this briefly. Blizzard, we all know, is more than likely is going to be porting World of Warcraft to run on a console. We already know that. There's only one question that no one ever mentioned to me. How do you install plugins on a console? I don't get it. Where do you put the plugins? I don't know. Sure, if you use CurseForge, it should be pretty simple to add plugins, but then you have to get CurseForge into your console. Right, exactly. I'm not that kind of good at coding games like that, Brian. Sorry. I could probably come up with some ideas, but to actually put them into software would be very difficult to do that. But anyway, so we are going to be seeing, I noticed that earlier tonight that my air freshener in my apartment ran out of air freshener. So I have to get some air freshener. There's also something called Unreal and Unity. I try to figure out Unreal and Unity. I like the graphics and stuff with Unreal, and Unity looks pretty good. But I mean, my eyesight would, my eyes would be really hurting me after an hour a day of trying to figure out the coding. But that's okay. So the main thing is, I did find out from Chris that there is going to be a rigjole for Homeless Mike tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in Winston on the Green. Because of the trolls, I'm not going to cover it live. How many times have the trolls in the past, namely a few, yes, Homeless Mike died of a drug overdose just like Amy Winehouse did. That's why we played Amy Winehouse's Back to Black album, because the spirit of Amy Winehouse wanted me to play it for him. That's a tribute to the reality of what happens when you get too much into the substance abuse. So let's give some thank yous to Amy Winehouse, guys. Yeah, why don't you guys play Turtle WoW? That would be interesting. I'd like to see you guys do it. And then maybe you can join me and Skynet play with me in the human body today, by the way. So maybe on Saturday, we could all try to get onto Turtle WoW on Saturday at 8 o'clock. And give it a go and see if we can get the kind of a battle royale going. I got the impression from the spirit Amy Winehouse, which is occasionally drops by like Kramer Miranda does. Although Amy's kind of a new one. She said to me, listen, it's too easy to fall into that line of getting into that level of, life of drugs, alcohol. Don't do it, Michelle. Don't go there. Keep an eye on your intake, and don't, for God's sakes, don't become me. It said, don't matter if you're a musician or not, or if you're just an average street person. You don't want to die that way. That's what the music's about. Is the realities of what goes on, especially the song Rehab. You just download the client right directly from the Turtle Web website. It's a zip file. You unzip it into where you want to play it. After you create your username and password, then you go to luck. Go to town. Red can teach you how to do it. After all, he just managed to successfully do it because apparently first he got the wrong instructions on Google. Google apparently gave him outdated information. Right, it says if you have Windows, you will not need WinZip. Right, the client only works on Windows 32 and maybe Windows 64. But unfortunately for my 2009 Mac, it has to get drunk and use wine. I swear to God, it uses little bottles of Zinfandel just to run itself. But it plays okay under a High Sierra, so I guess it can't be that bad. Right, 5 weeks to Christmas, about 4 weeks to Yule. I'll drink that. So, we had a hell of a year. I know it's not New Year's yet, but might as well just kind of summarize the year so far. We had, the channel had struggled to grow for a while, a little bit. because of a variety of reasons. Ed was unhappy. Ed finally went to Florida. Now he's happily doing what he's doing in Florida, whatever that is. I found out that my kneecap could have been fixed, although it would have been some rehab time, some bedridden time, and only 50% chance of recovery. And even the orthopedic surgeon said it's not worth it. He said that, I didn't. Yeah, that's another interesting story. I did not even know that you could even go all the way back there. So now another homeless person might go there in the future. Let's just hope if they ever do, that they'll keep the site as clean as Homeless Mike kept it. Are you gonna try to? Probably not, but I was gonna say it was tomorrow night, 7 o'clock is the vigil at the park. I'm not gonna video it because, I don't want to get the trolls going after me and after Homeless Mike and all that crazy stuff that they do. But maybe if Stan CT would like to try to find somebody who could record it, so at least we could upload it on one of our channels, like he uploaded in memory of Mike, part of it. At least going to his homeless camp was. I think that would be appreciated. Well, I'll just be glad the game was not Elder Scrolls Online. That, even if it was the base game of Elder Scrolls Online, that was something like 32 gigabytes or something like that. It was pretty big. So I kind of dread the thought about downloading that again. Of course, like I said, this year has been a strange year. It's been a strange year. A lot of good, some bad. And I want to thank somebody who never watches my videos, but maybe her guardian angel will suggest her over here. I'd like to dedicate this show, in addition, the whole year, to one particular person. The one person that kind of gave me a reason to keep going. I want to thank Kachoya J, a.k.a. Virgo Goddess, for your inspiring words, both tarot and non-tarot. Yes, you can get him out at level 40, don't worry about it. Oh yeah, at least you won't have to worry about getting run over by some guy driving a Range Rover when you're trying to crawl up to the portals. There is a portal room in Stormwind. It's in the same place. It's just different. Well, the thing is, I think that there's been a lot of people this year that we might as well give thanks to right now, because one of them is right here. I want to thank Stan CT for the records that we played tonight. I'm Amy Winehouse and the Ramones. Thank you very much, Stan. I did get the E-track for Krista, but I saw that the pressure pads just be sitting on the shelf. Are really starting to kind of turn a little bit spongy. It's not bad though. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. I just gotta go ahead. If I have to get the tape spliced before it goes bad, because these capital H tracks are a pain to open. they're worse than a clam. Trust me. And I'm going to be named Brian K. more than likely. And what race do you want to play, Brian K? You're going to play Alliance or Horde? You'll find out on Turtle WoW, on the main Turtle WoW server. There is a tremendous, huge population. Me and you and Bonnie have been on the server where there was playing more than 5,000, 6,000 people on the game at one time. And by the time you get into the mines, they've been picked clean.
Oh yeah!
Or you go on to the battleground, or you go on to the questing areas, and all your targets are already been killed and they haven't respawned yet.
Oh yeah!
It's PvP, PvE, RP. It's all in one. You set the terms to go to PvP by going to a place called the Glyph Master. If you go into Northshire, the Glyph Master is one of the guys in the hallway. If you want to play hardcore, that's another quest giver. But once you take the quest to go hardcore, that's just like real life. When you're dead, you're dead. You can't come back. Oh, I am on well, we're not playing as World PvP. No, we're playing as regular PvE. But you can go to the Glyph Master if you want to change your playing position from PvP to PvE. Then you're SOL. If you want to start out as PvE and go to PvP, go to the Glyph Master, plunk down your copper, and then you can turn on World PvP, which lets you attack anything, any race you want. Alliance or Horde. It means that you are truly rogue of rogue. Right. I mean, after all, it's the real difference between an RP server and a PvE server. You want fun? You try going an RP PvE or PvP server. They don't have too many of them in America, but in Europe. You go over there to Oregon Dawn in Europe, and it's PvE PRP. And that sucker is like jam-packed. They even have an RP PvP server for that just want to be playing role-playing and still kill anything and everything in the game. They did. They decided the second realm. That's the European realm at this point. But if you want to play on the new European realm, that is no problem. But we don't play on the European realm because they opened up the realm after we set up our characters. But you can if you want. No one says you can't. Except to be like the Maytag repairman. It gets kind of lonely out here. Yes, because everybody's playing on the other realm. Tune in tomorrow at YouTube at 7 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time for the NASQ News for Homeless Mike's Candle Vigil. So you're going to cover that, Stan? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So Stan's going to cover it on his channel. He's going to cover the Candlelight Vigil in Park. And we'll all be able to see it. I think people will probably be surprised when they see a cell phone camera coming. I don't know if they were going to make it a big shindig or not, but the point is I really appreciate that people come out there to cover it. Well, very simple. Stan CT has a cell phone, and he has a pen. So that's how he's going to cover it. He's going to cover it. You're sure the Wi-Fi will hold? You mean will his internet cell phone service be working? I'm sure it will be. He had a lot of friends in downtown Winsted. Maybe you could even do a pre-show over by his campsite stand, if you have time, and talk about what it's like to be homeless, given his living accommodations over there at this campsite, which we both know is very Spartan. Let's give this man a bit of a voice, a postpartum voice. Wonder what he'd be saying right now. He'd probably saying something like, Michelle, don't let my memory go in vain. Let the people know being homeless sucks. It was clean. Headphones, it's kind of sad to see all that stuff still there. Oh, he doesn't have an estate. He doesn't have a will. Stan, maybe if you want, why don't you take the rosary with you and bring it with you to the memorial service and bless it with the Holy Spirit. I think you appreciate that a lot. Homeless Mike was a very devout Catholic. He truly believed in the church and the holy magisterium of the church. I have a hunch that he would love to have his rosary being held in respect by another man who respects the Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. We don't know who that is. Right now, I think we need to remember that this young man had a hard time out there in the streets. It's just like what Amy Winehouse says in the words for Rehab. It's kind of small. Let's see if I can read it larger from my magnifying glass over here. It's not the biggest magnification in the world because it's not lighted, but it says, they tried to make me go to rehab. I said no. Yes, I have been black, but when I come back, no. I ain't got the time, and my daddy thinks I'm fine. They try to make me go to rehab. I won't go. I'd rather be at home with Ray. I ain't got 10 days, 'cause there's nothing you can teach me that I can't learn from my own, from Mr. Hathaway. Don't go to lot. I didn't get a lot in class, but I know I ain't come to it in a shop class. They had to make me go to rehab. I said no. Yes, I have been black, but when I come back, no. I ain't got the time, And if my daddy thinks I'm fine, that that had me go to rehab, I won't go. That describes homeless Mike perfectly. He said the same thing. Think Amy Winehouse, you're 100% right. That's exactly what Mike would say. Yes, I know, Stan. What I'm saying is, why don't you go take it with you to the memorial service? I think you'd appreciate that. Brian, maybe in a way it was inappropriately timed, but the truth is that was indeed how homeless Mike felt about rehab. Amy Winehouse knew it. That's why she wanted me to play that song. So we can understand something about what goes on in their mindset. Well, either way, it's been it's been a pretty good day. I think most of us here would agree that just like Amy Winehouse, homeless Mike wasn't that much older than she was. Whatever happens to all these people, all these youngsters today, cut short early in life. The difference was he was a man that loved God. He loved the teachings of St. Francis of Assisi. He lived as St. Francis of Assisi did, as a mendicant beggar, doing small odd jobs in the favored community to survive every day. So where is he now? Right now, he's with the other side, and he doesn't have to worry. He's paid the ferryman. He doesn't have to come back again unless he wants to. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. But maybe next time he might choose a different choice for a life path. His heart was clean. His spirit was true and contrite. And wherever you are, Mike, okay, Vio con Dios. Go with God. This guy sure had a temper. However, he took his time out of his day to help me get things done when he was here. Unlike Ed, he didn't just sit there going, "Hey, I need more beer." "Oh, I can't do that now. My legs are hurting." This guy took the time to do the best he could to help me out when I needed him. And for that, I'll always be thankful for what he did. Well, tonight, when you go to sleep, say a prayer for homeless Mike. And the same thing with all the other people that are going to watch the replay later on. Say a prayer for him. And tell him that we really did appreciate the things that he did when I most needed his help. And tell him Michelle says thank you. Yes, homeless Mike always took the time to help me to the best of his ability. From bringing down the garbage to picking things up in the store. When I asked him for assistance, he was there. I think deep down he saw me more like his mom. I didn't talk about his mom. I'll tell you about his mom, what I know. His mother's name was Michelle. She was, from what he told me, a woman with multiple disabilities, an alcoholic, and treated her son like something she could drive on, like asphalt. She didn't show him much love or much respect. And one of the things he saw me, like the mother, he didn't have. I appreciate that. Thank you, homeless Mike, for letting me show my human side and my kindness. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah!
For now, it is time for us to wrap this extra long after show up. Time to get some sleep. Red's going to do some leveling. Brian K is probably going to join him. Put a prayer in tonight to whoever God or goddess you serve. And let them know that Michelle says thank you to almost Mike for the good that he's done. And helping me to survive that first hard year of 2020 to 2021. And how much I appreciate it. I think he also appreciated that I stuck my neck out for him to my landlord to let him stay for as long as he did. Because like I told Jimmy, homeless Mike is trying to help me out right now. Because he knows that I'm still recovering from an injury which was making my life very difficult in the middle of winter. Early winter 2020 through most of spring into early summer. Homeless Mike was there. And I want to say thank you very much to everybody. Keep him in your prayers. And we'll all see each other tomorrow morning here and on YouTube and on Twitch. Why not? And we'll all talk about things in the morning. Until then, get some sleep and I'll discuss it with you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. And have a happy and safe night. Thank you so much for being here.